So chapter 6, we're moving into ratios, proportions, and the geometric mean. We won't get to geometric mean today. We probably won't even get to proportions today. This is just kind of an intro to get us thinking about, well, where do we see ratios in real life? If I say, how fast is the average speed on the freeway? 70 what? 70 miles per hour, right? If I say how many dimes make up a dollar, we have 10 dimes per dollar. These are like ratios. 10 dimes per dollar, 10 dimes per $1. About how much is gas? $3.19? Let's go $3.19. About how much is gas? We have $3.19 per gallon. Yeah. It's important that we get per gallon on there, because if you're telling somebody that doesn't understand this, it's not $3.19 for a tank of gas. It's for 1 gallon, right? I know, I wish too. What is minimum wage in Michigan? $7.40 per hour. And it's important that we specify it's per hour, because if somebody says, I'm going to pay you $7.40 per day, it'd be like, oh, hold up a second, right? You want to make sure it's $7.40 per hour. How much is a bottle of water from the vending machine? Like $1.25 maybe? Per maybe 16 ounces if we're being picky, right? $1.25 for 16 ounces. Or it might be $1 for, I don't know, I don't think they come as 12 ounces, but. So those are all examples of ratios. And how do we get a ratio out of this? We can say 70 miles per hour is a ratio because it's like 70 miles per 1 hour. How do we write that as a ratio? You can write it in a fraction as 70 over 1 or 70 to 1. So next to where you wrote 70 miles per hour, write 70 divided by 1, 70 over 1, and write or 70 to 1. So make sure you get this on your paper. We wrote 10 dimes per dollar. It's 10 dimes per $1. Or we can write that as saying 10 to 1 is the ratio. That colon means 2. We read that 2, 10 to 1. Or we can say 10 to 1 this way as well. We had said 319. So it's like 319 to 1 or 319 to 1 that way. $7.40 per hour, 740 to 1, or 740 to 1. I could put my zeros on there. $1.25 per 16 ounces, or $1.25 to 16. Yeah? Ratios. The ratio of A to B. Here's a definition for you. Ratio of A to B. It's a comparison of two numbers, A and B, using division. The ratio of A to B, where B does not equal 0, can be written in one of two ways. So you've got a blank, you can fill these all in. We can write it as A over B or A to B. Just a ratio, just like what we just did with those examples. Ratio of A to B. A over B or A to B. Ratios are usually expressed in simplest form, just like fractions. We simplify them. How can we write these in simplest form? How do I simplify 20 to 10? How do you get to 2 over 1? Divide it by 10. 20 divided by 10 gives me 2, and 10 divided by 10 gives me 1. If I have 3 ninths, how do we simplify 3 ninths? 1 over 3. How'd you get 1 over 3, Haley? Divide by 3. I divide the top by 3. I divide the bottom by 3. 3 divided by 3 is 1. 9 divided by 3 is 3. 18/4. What goes into both of those numbers? 2. Good, Bree. Divide the top by 2. Divide the bottom by 2. 18 divided by 2 is 9. 4 divided by 2 is 2. How about that last one? 1/3, it's already simplified. Then we talk about something called equivalent ratios. What would equivalent mean? Equal. Equivalent ratios. Do we have any equal ratios up there? Yeah? What ones are equal? Equivalent. The second one, this one, and this one, we say those are equivalent. Write this on your paper. Equivalent ratios. Circle them so you know. Those are equivalent ratios. Why? They simplify and they get us the same thing. They're both 1/3. Quick calculator trick. Grab your calculator. If I don't know how to simplify a fraction in my head, I can type it in here. 3 divided by 9 gives me 0.333. How do I turn that back into a fraction? Math, right here, push math. Number 1 is fraction, push enter. Push enter again. 3/9 simplifies to 1/3. How about this one? We also had 18 over 4, I believe it was. 4.5, but how do I turn that into a fraction? Math. Number 1 is fraction, push enter again. Simplifies it to 9 over 2. Okay? It's good that we can do those in our head, but I realize some of us struggle with simplifying fractions, so use your calculator. If I give you 2/4, 2/4 is like 0.5, or 1/2, it's good that you recognize that. Get your 1 over 2, right? Okay. Let's keep going. Fill in your blank here. Equivalent ratios. Ratios that have the same simplified form are called equivalent ratios. We already circled the equivalent ratios. How about here? 74 centimeters to 8 centimeters. I like to write it in fraction form, so I'm going to take it and I'm going to write it as a fraction. 76 centimeters over 8 centimeters. And we're going to simplify it. What goes into 76 and also into 8? For sure 2, right? Start with 2. You can do it as many times as you need to that way. They're both even, so I can divide them both by 2. What's that get me? 4. 76 divided by 2 is 38. What happened to my centimeters? They canceled out. If you have something in the top and something in the bottom, they're going to cancel each other out. If you have 2 divided by 2, what do you get? 1, because it's like they kind of cancel, right? If I give you 5 divided by 5, what do you get? 1. They cancel out. Centimeters divided by centimeters. They cancel each other out. It's just like 1. So can this be simplified anymore? 38 over 4? They're both even. How about another 2? 19 over 2? Does 19 over 2 go anymore? No. There's no factors for 19 besides 1, and that doesn't win. So, yep, we put it into the simplest ratio possible. So 19 over 2, or if you want to write 19 to 2, that's the same thing. Part B, what's different from Part A to Part B? There's a smaller number on top. What else is wrong? Feet and inches. We have different units, right? Here, I could just cancel them. Do I have feet and inches here? No. So think about how are we going to convert that. Tell me about your units. What do we know about? Okay, 1 foot is 12 inches. Write these on your paper so you have them. Write these on your note sheet. 1 foot is 12 inches. How many feet in a yard? 1 yard equals 3 feet. 1 mile. Ooh, nice. 5,280 feet in a mile. 1 kilometer is 1,000 meters. 1 meter is how many centimeters? If you have 1 meter stick, how many centimeters in a meter stick? 100? If I give you 1 pound, oh, 16 ounces? Who said that? Okay, so here's what I need to do. Some of you look at this and right away you're like, hey, Mr. 24 inches, I know that. I know that that is 2 feet. I come in here, I have 4 feet over 2 feet. Those cancel. 4 over 2 simplifies 2 to 1. Okay. Some of you can do it like that and do it in your head. So if that comes out perfectly as 2 feet, change it. Sure, why not? However, let me show you a trick, and this will work every single time. Off to the side, we're going to do this one other way. You have 4 feet, and you have 24 inches, because sometimes we get stuck. 4 feet over 24 inches, I need to multiply by something to get it in the same units. We said if we have feet in the top and feet in the bottom, they cancel. So if I have feet in the top, I'm going to put feet in the bottom here, and those are going to cancel for me. And if I have inches in the bottom, I'm going to put inches in the top. We have inches and feet together because I take these units and I'm going to flip them here. So that inches in bottom, inches in top, they're going to cancel. What do I know? Inches and feet. A foot is the same as 12 inches, right? So take this over here, this information. 1 foot is the same thing as 12 inches. Did you see that? Cancel, cancel. Inches and inches cancel. Bottom and top. Top and bottom, those cancel. Now I can multiply straight across. What's 4 times 12? Good, Jimmy. 48. 24 times 1? 24. My units are gone. 48 over 24 simplifies. We divide and we get 2. Leave it in a fraction. It's like 2 over 1 or 2 to 1. We're going to jump to the back side or to the next part of your worksheet. We're going to skip that one example for a minute. 1 and 2. Simplify 4 meters to 18 meters. I'm going to write it as a fraction. Do I need to convert units? Do I have the same units? Do we have same units? Yeah. So my meters are just going to cancel. 4 over 18, how's it simplify? 2 over 9. How'd you get 2 over 9, Haley? Divide by 2. 4 divided by 2 is 2. 18 divided by 2 gives me 9. It's as simple as it goes. You type in your calculator, you get the same thing. Very good. How about here? 33 yards, 9 feet. Can I just simplify? No, not yet. Different units, I need to multiply by my conversion factor. I have yards and feet. 1 yard equals 3 feet, right? So check this out. If yards are in the top, where do yards need to go over here? In the bottom. Feet are in the bottom, feet go in the top. So I say what? 1 yard is the same as 3 feet. 1 yard goes with 3 feet. Yards and yards, top and bottom cancel. Feet and feet, top and bottom cancel. Multiply across. 33 times 3, 99. 9 times 1 is 9. How's 99 over 9 simplify? What can you divide into both? 9 goes into both of them. I divide the top by 9, divide the bottom by 9. 99 divided by 9 gives us 11. 9 divided by 9 is 1. The ratio is 11 to 1.